I think it was a giveaway
It was
one.
a
I'm pretty
windbreaker
sure.
giveaway.
Okay.
We did a giveaway. It was like this post, comment, like take 3 friends or something, and that one got like 20,000 views.
10, 20, yeah. something
Yeah.
Like that. And then when we saw that, we're like, yeah, we gotta keep doing this.
And then we did like another giveaway like 2 months ago, and it got like over 700,000 views, which was nuts.
Hello and welcome to the Luck Creators Podcast, a podcast where we interview different young entrepreneurs who are going out there and doing more than just their homework. Some might say they're getting lucky, but we don't believe in luck the traditional way. We think that luck can be found and even created by making opportunities for yourself that can put you in the position to be lucky. Let's dive right into this week's episode. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Luck Creators Podcast. I'm your host, Maximus Social. Today, I'm happy to present you with Carson and Brooks from Kamp,
What's up, guys?
Minnesota-based clothing brand, and they've been killing it lately on social media, and I just had to have them on here. So let's dive right in. If I could have you guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Carson, 17, go to Minnetonka High School.
I'm Brooks. I'm 17 also. I go to Minnetonka High School, and we're the owners of Kamp.
Awesome. So, if you don't mind me asking, I want to know a little bit more about Kamp. So, what's Kamp all about?
So right now, we kind of went the route of the outdoor kind of apparel, but we're kind of limited since we're using print-on-demand stuff right now. We want to get more into in-house stuff and creating our own our own fulfillment. But we're an outdoor streetwear brand. That's what we like to call ourselves, kind of like a mix of North Face and a few other brands. That's what we kind of target our audience says.
And when coming back to that, like when I think of Kamp, like first thing I think of is a mountain, right? Like a base, like at the start of a journey. And it kind of like reflects where we are in life. That's like the meaning behind the brand, because obviously we're just two rising seniors in high school. So we're at the bottom of our like journey in life. And then this brand will like document our whole way to the top, like throughout life. So it's kind of a way for us to express that and show it.
And kind of jumping back to you guys' past. So have any of you guys had any have you been interested in business and entrepreneurship before you started Kamp?
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking every business elective and business strand in my high school since I could, and he's been taking.
I'm really into like graphic design and photography and videography too. So, and I've always been into fashion and stuff. So I wanted to get in kind of that area in that route.
All right. So, did you guys have any other like business ventures in the past? I know you mentioned a little bit about videography and photography and stuff.
Yes.
Did you do anything with that in the past?
So basically, I mean, for 3 years now, I've had my side business kind of for freelance videography. I've helped with like a couple prospect videos for like sports at my school. And I've done a couple like projects for like my dad's friends that need help with video work and stuff, but that's basically it.
Cool. So you're still doing that now, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right.
On the side. Brand's kind of the main focus right now, but.
Definitely. So how did you guys meet first off? I don't really know about that.
I mean, we've known each other for years.
Okay.
But we played lacrosse together when we were younger.
I would say lacrosse we probably met.
Lacrosse, yeah. But it was still, I remember like when we became really good friends was sophomore year in English class. Teacher put us right across from each other, and we always just mess around.
Awesome. So what made you guys want to start a clothing brand together?
Well, like I said, I've always been in like the fashion industry, and I'm really into graphic design. My dad's a graphic designer too, so I've always kind of been around it. And I wanted a way to like show my type of style on clothing, and the clothing brand was obviously the only way to go. And then I got him on it because he's really good with business and stuff. He's taken like every class at our school about business.
Yeah.
So I thought he would be a good add on to the team. So
it's like, why'd you decide to start one together? Because I started one on my own. But why'd you guys? So just like different expertise, kind of.
Yeah.
Like we combined both our strengths, and we kind of turned it into this.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not that great with numbers, so I leave that all to him.
The numbers guy.
Awesome. So, how did you guys get the idea for Kamp? I know you mentioned this a little bit earlier about kind of the mountain, and it's kind of like that moment in your life. But were there any other inspirations, or like how did you get the idea to come up with the name Kamp?
Honestly, that's a tough question, but I was just kind of in my room. I was like going through ideas, going through stuff that like reflects outdoors and like mountains and traveling and stuff like that. And I came across Kamp as like, you know, where hikers and climbers stay overnight before they go up the mountain on their trek and stuff. So we decided on that. And then I thought the name just sounded cool when you said it, Kamp. And I just designed a logo, and I thought it was a pretty good logo. So we went from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did the beginning of base camp look like for you guys? So, if I'm correct, you started it at the beginning of this year, right?
Yep.
Okay, so like, what did the beginning look like for you guys?
Okay, so initially it was just me that started it, and then it was in like I want to say around December, right? December I started it, and then he was kind of optimistic about coming in because he's really busy with school and stuff. And I kind of slacked off in school, just focusing on it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, we kind of just went from there, and then we had like 0 orders for the first few months. I mean, that's how it goes. You just got to push it to your friends and family and around your school and stuff. So we started to pick up on orders from like our friends and stuff. And then we hopped on TikTok, which kind of just blew us through the roof. I mean,
TikTok's been the biggest thing for us, for sure.
Awesome. Well, I got a whole section because I mean that's how I found you guys, from TikTok.
Oh, really?
I saw you guys' TikToks. Yeah. So what did that first line that you guys made ever look like? What was that like, and what was the process behind putting that out there?
Basically, I was kind of lazy with it. I didn't do any like big graphics or anything. I just did the logo on champion windbreakers. I think we did like 2 hoodies and then 2 shirts.
Yeah.
So it was a very simple line. It was just our logo, and that was just the OG series, as we call it, the original collection. I mean, it's still up on our site because if people just want the logo and stuff, they can go and buy it. So
cool. Talking about earlier, I first heard of you guys from TikTok. You guys are killing it on there. You have over like 30,000 followers and over 300 or 600,000 likes.
Yeah.
Crazy. So what drew you to starting to promote yourselves on TikTok?
Okay, well, it was funny because I remember when we first started this, like TikTok was still like becoming a big thing. This was back in February, and I told Brooks we should get on TikTok, and he kind of laughed at the idea because at the time we said it was like girls dancing on this app.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's turned out to be one of the best things we've done, and I'm glad we got on right when we did because any later would have.
Yeah. Initially, when he told me about it one day, he's like, "Bro, you got to get on TikTok. It's blowing up right now. You can literally just blow up off one post." And I was just like, "Come on, dude. It's just girls like doing the renegade dance on it." I was like, I just didn't think it was that professional for brands, but then I saw another clothing brand called Unexpected, if you know about them. And I saw them. I saw they had like 200,000 followers, and I was like, why not just give it a shot? I posted one, and it got like over 2,000 views, and I was like, all right, why not try it? So we just went from there.
Yeah, let's ran with it.
So what was like, do you remember like the first TikTok that really blew up for you guys and that got you a lot of support?
That was you and Griffin.
I think it was a giveaway one.
It was a windbreaker giveaway.
Okay.
We did a giveaway. It was just like this post, comment, like take 3 friends or something. And that one got like 20,000 views.
10, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. And then when we saw that, we're like, yeah, we got to keep doing this.
And then we did like another giveaway like 2 months ago, and it got like over 700,000 views, which was nuts. That's our big one.
Jumping out of this interview, I wanted to attach a little piece showing their TikToks. So here's an example. If you guys are listening, only listen to it and not watching it on YouTube, I'll try to describe it as best, but you can get the idea from listening to it.
Psst. Legends say, if you like this video, you might get a free hoodie.
So as you can see in this, you can really see why this kind of video was able to blow up so much. This video has over 70,000 likes, and just kind of the voiceover and just all these cool things are able to kind of go out and really attract people to their brand. And this is why people are flocking to TikTok, and this is how a lot of brands are getting a lot of free marketing just from TikTok. Did you see a lot of those like TikTok followers convert over to sales and just like traffic?
100%. I mean, you can definitely tell because we have a pro account set up on TikTok, so we can see like all of the analytics behind it. And when a video blows up, or if we post a quality content video, we can just check our like Shopify analytics, and we can see all those people. Like there will be days on our website where we'll have like 1,500 viewers, and that obviously converts to some good sales. But I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
You watch the videos blow up, and then you see it transfer right into other social media accounts. It's kind of like that funnel strategy. With TikTok at the top, and then you just bring everything down, obviously, to the final purchase. And
also a good thing we've been doing is if people are just interested in the brand and they want to just go browse and look for clothing, we have like a Google Pixel set up on our website, so we can retarget those people that were interested in it with ads.
Okay, so are you guys running ads actively right now?
Yeah, we kind of have dabbled into like the whole Facebook ads. We're running some right now. They're doing all right, but it's just a lot of stuff you have to look into and make sure it's all set up right. So
yeah, I mean, TikTok's been crazy. So I've made a couple on my personal TikTok account about my brand and stuff, and just the amount of attention. Like I had one that got 200,000-300,000 views, and just it drives so much traffic. So TikTok's an awesome. For everyone listening out there, if you're starting a brand, I would recommend using TikTok. It's a little oversaturated right now. There's hundreds of brands on TikTok now.
They saw Unexpected Aspect, and everybody's getting on it.
Yeah, it's like with any social media, you just gotta hop on it as soon as it comes out. Like Instagram, like back in 2010, companies like Gymshark, like that's how they got big, was on Instagram, because they were fresh to it and they were able to grow.
Yeah.
So
the algorithm's fresh too. So.
Yeah, fresh too. That's another big thing.
So we kind of touched on that, but what would you say to someone just starting out about marketing on TikTok?
I want to take this.
We can repeat that. It's like.
So what would you say to someone? There's someone out there just starting out, whether they're starting some other company or a clothing brand, maybe. What would you say to them about marketing on TikTok?
Just make funny content or creative content. I mean, I know that kind of sounds cliche, but like you got to post engaging stuff, because a lot of people just swipe right past it. Or some of you watch the video and be like, "Oh, that was kind of a stupid video." But like, what we're trying to do now is, I mean, back during quarantine, I would go over and we just make the stupidest TikToks, and just for fun. But like, we were getting attention from it.
Yeah.
But now we're moving more into cinematic edits. I mean, we've posted a few of those already, but it doesn't really work with the algorithm that much, which is kind of a bummer. But if one takes off, that'd be great. But other than that, just post stuff related to you and make it creative.
And I've looked at it. I've looked at it as like TikToks are no filter personality kind of social media, and then Instagram we like to be more professional on there, post edits, cool photos, all that, and then TikTok we can just be like what we do on a normal basis.
Yeah. So talking about your edits on Instagram, I was looking at those before you guys came here. I love your edits; they're awesome. So what kind of process do you go into making those edits? Is it just kind of a spur of the moment thing, or do you guys plan those out?
Basically, I mean, we've had a couple planned out ones. Like we go to like certain areas and then film our products and stuff. But most of them is just we bring the camera around, try to get some cool clips, and then we piece it together and editing, and it turns out usually all right.
You talked about this a little bit, and this kind of helped you blow up on TikTok, was with the giveaways. So how do you guys go about managing your giveaways? Because I've done a couple of them in the past, but they're always so hard to manage. So how do you guys manage your giveaways?
Well, you got to be consistent with where you do it. So if you're doing a TikTok giveaway, make sure you're staying on TikTok. But the thing I like more is like Instagram's obviously a way easier place to do it, because TikTok, like majority of your followers won't even see a video again, because they follow like thousands of other people on TikTok. So like right when you post that giveaway, it's gonna get a lot of attention, but then you're gonna like, there's thousands of people. It's like, where did they go? They might not come back to your page again, or that's why you got to direct them to your Instagram, and then you do the giveaway on Instagram. That's what we found to be most effective. And then not only are you getting that follower on Instagram, but then it's everyone right in one place.
Okay.
And they're not scattered.
Yeah. So it's more, use it like TikTok, for example, more to drive that traffic to your Instagram account.
Yeah. And yeah, Instagram followers are way more valuable than TikTok followers.
True.
Because I mean, like a lot of followers, we have like a lot of like this 10-year-old kids following us. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. That's how TikTok is.
Or kids just asking for free hoodies.
Exactly. But like the good followers and like the loyal ones will go to the Instagram, go to the YouTube, go to the Snapchat and follow us there. And those are the ones we want, because not everyone that sees is going to be a customer or a buyer, but the people that are actually interested are going to like find us on other social medias, and that's how we're going to reach them more effectively.
Awesome. Do you guys do any, I think I saw one post, I forget who it was with, but do you guys do a lot of influencer marketing?
We've been like getting into that a little more. I mean, we've tried it. We actually have a few brand ambassadors. We got Elliot Brown.
I saw that.
He's a D1 commit at Nebraska. And then Ben Brickle. If you're watching this, Ben, what's up? He's from Rhode Island.
Okay.
So he's going to get a lot of sweet pics by the ocean this summer.
But we've had a couple, like we did Billy Visco, who has like 2.2 million on TikTok.
Yeah, something like that.
And it was kind of bad. We paid him a certain amount of money for it, and then he like just wore it in a video and just didn't really do good. But you live and you learn. I mean, you got to take chances, and we took it and just didn't really come out great. But
well, as an influencer, it's just Billy, and you gotta like a piece of advice if you're going to do that. You gotta like make sure that you have like a written out thing of what you want them to do, because the final product that he presented to his followers wasn't necessarily what we wanted to, and so it didn't get the attention that we were expecting. So it's like when you're working with influencers, make sure you have kind of like a guideline of what you want them to do, and then just have it all like written out so that they can follow what you want. And then you can like obviously work together and come to a conclusion, but just make sure you know what you want going in.
For sure.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I've had that experience with some influencers in the past. I'll send them a bunch of free product, and then I just don't really get anything out of it. So maybe I'll get a picture or two, but it's like I just spent X amount of money on all this free product for you. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, though. So I just saw you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but you just did a collaboration with World Brand, right?
Peyton, what's up?
We love Peyton.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on the podcast. He hasn't answered my DMs yet.
Yeah, Peyton answers DMs, dude.
Come on.
Come on,
He's
Peyton.
from Tennessee.
Yeah, I know that.
But he's coming here soon.
Yeah,
really?
He's planning on it.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be awesome to do that in person.
Yeah, 2 weeks, I think.
So can you guys tell me a little bit about that collaboration? Because I've never done anything like that.
So basically, so I was designing it. We kind of did, it was like, the world is yours, find what awaits. Both our mottos.
They fit so well together.
Yeah. So we took both our mottos, gosh, I'm stuttering, and we did a picture of the world on the back of the shirt, and I thought that was pretty good. But, I mean, it sold pretty well, but the main thing is we're print on demand, so we couldn't really hook it up to both of our websites and then be hard splitting profits. So we just had to drive the people to our website instead of the world's website. So
Okay. So there was a decent amount of success with that?
Yeah, not as much as we were expecting, but it definitely got some attention.
yeah.
And then around that time too, we sent a package to Naheem Hines, who's running back for the Colts. So we're doing a little partnership with EMG Sports. So we'll get Naheem wearing some of that stuff, and then there's a few other players that we're going to be sending to if we like what we see with Naheem. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. So with collaborations like that, did you guys see much like crossover from gaining support from World Brand's followers into yours?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see some of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we were both posting our Insta stories and feed, and it was just kind of like intertwined. Like, followers just going between the two pages. So it's always going to do like a cross collaboration because you can reach a new audience, reach new followers.
And we still have people in our DMs like asking if the products are coming back because they're both fans of each company. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
So it's pretty cool.
All right. So you touched on this a little bit. So you guys use print on demand right now to make your products.
Yep.
Printful, I'm assuming?
Printful kind of went through a big problem with this whole Corona stuff.
Yeah.
Because they had like a huge order volume increase. So it was like 200,000 orders they were sitting on. So people weren't getting products for like a month and a half. So we had to switch over to Printify, which outsources different print providers. So we could get the packages to our customers faster. So, I mean, that's worked out pretty well. I do like Printful a little more because it's just more, I don't know, clean cut.
Yeah, easier to navigate.
Yeah.
Clean the interface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've ran into that as well. Right now, I have a couple of my shirts that I'm running through Printful, and I had someone order, and they emailed me the other week. They're like, my order hasn't arrived yet. It's like, so do you enjoy using the print on demand? Because I've used a lot of print on demand in the past too. But are there any like drawbacks in your opinions for print on demand?
Definitely that we don't get to see the product before it gets to the customer, as well as wait times. Because like I said, with Corona happening now, I mean they're running at a really reduced capacity. So a lot of orders are taking longer time to fulfill, and then obviously everyone's emailing us where's the order, and we have to explain to them what's going on with the distributor. But those are honestly the only two drawbacks: is the shipping time and then not being able to see the product. Other than that, I mean, it's like, especially for a startup, because you don't need that on-hand stock. So if someone orders a medium, they'll just get it with them, print it, and then send it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've also seen a lot of people, personally, we don't have this issue, but people complaining about profit margins, especially like startups. If it's too expensive, the customer doesn't buy it because it's too expensive. Or if they price it cheaper, they don't hardly make any money off of it. So, I mean, with us, we have a pretty good profit margin, so we're not too mad about that. But I would say, yeah, just not being able to see the product before it shows up, or because you never know, there could be some flaws, and then, yeah.
So what do you think is one of your favorite parts about print on demand for someone going out there and starting a brand?
Easily the whole fulfillment, because, I mean, I see like Aspect Apparel on TikTok. They're in their basement 24 hours a day. I mean, respect to their grind. That's awesome. I would love to do that, but like also I would hate to do that because you're down there. just going at it for hours upon hours, so it takes a big chunk out of stress out of you. So
yeah, for sure.
So have you always done print on demand, or have you tried anything else?
I mean, we've done one bulk order for the tie-dye hoodies. So we sold like 15 of those. We only had an inventory of 15, so we sold out of those, which did pretty well. But we probably are going to go more into the bulk ordering soon because I mean, we'd want
Yeah.
to do more.
Put more hands-on stuff so you talk before we send it out. And then we can be a little creative with it too. I mean, we already have the DTG pressed on, right?
No, the screen. I mean, what is it?
The heat press. Yeah, with the heat press transfer, so we're able to do that. There's some local companies we've already been talking to, getting quotes on that. And then we're gonna get a sewing machine pretty soon, the Brother, like the one you have over there. And then we can kind of start doing our own stuff, just messing around.
Awesome. So what goes on behind the scenes when you guys are coming up with your designs? How do you go about that?
Basically, I mean, I have a whole Pinterest account. I like to go on Pinterest because they have like a lot of different clothing brands on there. You can find, especially like old products that aren't on regular clothing brands anymore. So we like to go there, gain inspiration off that. I also go on like a few like photography pages of like outdoors and stuff like that, and try to get kind of mash the two things together, come up with something, and then I design it on Photoshop or Illustrator. So
awesome.
Nice.
All right, so moving on to the next section, I want to talk about like working together with the group. So when I first got in contact with you guys, you mentioned that you have a whole team. So can you explain a little bit about that and all the people that are helping you all out?
Yeah, so basically right now it's us three. Griffin helps on the side. He has a lot of baseball, but Griffin's over there, by the way. But it's basically us three right now. We have a lot of our friends helping with modeling and stuff. Especially with print on demand, you have to order samples and shoot it before you release it.
As far as running the Instagram and social media accounts, it's obviously us doing the Insta, and then we got one more guy. His name's Ryan Burkus. Ryan, if you're watching this, what's up?
Shout out Burkus Media.
He's from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he's been a huge help with our marketing too.
Yeah, he helps us with it. Helps a ton with marketing.
So we're on calls with him every other day, if not every day, just talking about what we're going to do and what the next week looks like and future plans. So it's been a huge help to us.
Awesome. So how do you guys kind of manage all working together? Like, is one of you guys kind of like in charge, or how do you guys manage that?
Honestly, we're pretty good with like the work we do. I mean, we all kind of do separate things. Like I'm on the business side, Brooks is on the design, photography, videography, and then Ryan's on the marketing, and kind of all just piece it together. That's why we're always on calls, always hanging out. And we kind of just like share what we're doing, then we take that back into the business.
Also, holding each other accountable is
huge.
Definitely. So I know it's probably not super fun to talk about, but how do you guys like divvy up like because I know you talked about you ordered in bulk for one of your lines. How do you guys split up spending money to buy inventory or invest in the company? And then how is like the ownership split up with you guys?
So right now we run it 50-50, and we're right now this is like nothing about the money. Everything that we get is going right back into the company. It's going to be this way for several more months. I mean, we haven't even thought about paying ourselves because it's just fun what we're doing. I mean, we'll take money out here and there for like little expenses, but other than that, it's just everything goes right back into ads, right back into buying bulk orders or giveaways. So
awesome.
No problem there at all.
You guys kind of got lucky with this since you started it earlier this year, but you didn't have to be in school that much this year. So when you were in school and coming up, since you guys do have another whole school year, how are you planning on it, and how did you balance school and then working on the brand?
Oh,
okay. Well,
he can answer balancing it. I can answer almost failing it.
I mean, as far as balancing goes, like I said, the idea came back in December, and that was just kind of we were putting around for like 2-3 months, and then February we got a few. That's when we got our few sales, and then March is when quarantine hit. And we had a month off school, it was like
3 months.
Honestly, the quarantine helped so much.
Because then we had spring break, and they just gave us like 3 weeks off. So that was our biggest time. And that's when we started seeing the sales go up. And then we had an online school, and that, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but like I was still trying to keep my grades up.
Yeah, basically, well, like when this whole COVID-19 stuff wasn't around yet, it was like, I bring my computer into class and I just sit there, not listen to one word the teacher said, and just work on my brand the whole time. And I have my friend James Plum, he's our good friend. He sat behind me and he's just every day he's like, "Are you working on your brand? Are you working on your brand?" I was like, "Yeah." And just my grades kind of plummeted from that, but
don't recommend doing that. But
I'm in it to win it.
Yeah, so that kind of dives into my next question. You kind of answered that. So I know when I was first starting my brand, especially my sophomore year of high school, that's when I was like really in the startup phase and stuff. My grades were suffering a lot. Yeah. So have you guys, or looking back, first off, have you guys like been good students throughout like elementary, middle school, and earlier in high school?
Yeah.
I've been a pretty good. I'm just an average student. He's a good student.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep the grades up.
He's academic.
And then right now, you guys are still good students from what you kind of.
Yeah.
I got him back up.
Good.
End.
Yeah. At the very end.
Final stretch.
All right, so moving on. So what has been the biggest challenge in running a brand?
Ooh, that's a good question. What do you think?
Just kind of like figure out the best methods to scale it. I mean, like, obviously everyone wants to see like that instant, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Instant, well, like overnight success. Like you can't look for that. And so that's probably been the hardest thing so far is like, you just got to keep going. Like right when you just want to like stop, that's the point where you just got to keep pushing because I mean, like you look at brands like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, those are all 5-10 year companies in the making. Those companies didn't just like start one night and become big the next. So even though we're still relatively small, we just got to keep working and then just kind of like keeping our eyes open because there's always opportunities coming at us.
Yeah.
So
I would say the struggle I faced was at the beginning when we were doing TikTok. We were at like 100 followers and we were posting like 4 a day. Just none of them were going viral or blowing up a little bit. But then finally it did. But it was just mentally, it was just like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, mentally exhausting.
If I'm getting nothing out of it. But we got something out of it, which is...
I mean, it's not uncommon. Brooks will be up till 3:30, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Just either doing designs, responding to customer emails, working on the website. I mean, this dude does not sleep.
Yeah, I don't.
You sleep when you're dead.
I sleep till 2. I go to bed at 3 and sleep till 2.
Yeah.
A night owl.
Yeah.
All right, so what kind of advice would you guys give to someone that's going out there and wants to start a brand right now?
I would say probably be all in with it. Don't just have it. If you really want to go in it, I mean, if you're in it just for a bag or in it just for money, it's not going to work out. You have to have dedication to it. You have to be down for the hustle and stuff. But yeah, you just
gotta be smart with what you do too. Like, obviously, you gotta have like a professional image out there, depending on what company or brand you're trying to start. But you just gotta make it creative to you because, like I said, I mean, everyone's starting a brand now.
Mm-hmm.
It's super easy, but it's like, how do you stand out, and what are you gonna do to keep pushing?
Yeah,
like, it's hard.
Also, reach out to people. Like, if you know anyone that has expertise in graphic design or video or stuff like that, they'll probably be
I mean, the
to
biggest
help
thing
you.
too is family and friends. Like his dad, it was mentioned earlier, he's a graphic designer, so he's been helping us too. And I was talking to my business teachers at school. I got a lot of info from them and all the classes I've been taking. So it's just kind of taking everything you know, piecing it together, and then finding your weaknesses, and then finding people who can help you with that.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's pretty much the secret. Not much more.
All right. So in the last episode, my last podcast, we talked a lot about the different opportunities that you get from owning a brand. So have you guys seen any like unique opportunities or made a bunch of new friendships, or like what has been your like opportunities with owning a brand, I guess?
I mean, like when we first started this, we didn't even think it was going to get to this point. It was kind of something we were doing for fun, but then as it took off, like then we were kind of all in, and as we saw our social medias grow, so did like the DMs on Instagram, and that's where we meet everyone. That's how we met you.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, every day we'll get 5-10 DMs, and there's just so many. Like we try to respond to most of them, but I mean, some of them are just like kind of a free hoodie, like some random hey, what's up? And I mean, yeah, we like to respond to you, but there's other stuff we got to do. But I mean, we've met a lot of people. We met Aspect through this on Instagram, and then World. So that's been really fun, and then we got like get their personal numbers, and then you become like friends outside of it, obviously. But
It's crazy too because most of like the community on TikTok thinks every clothing brand's beefing or something like that. But it's like we're really good friends with all the clothing brands on TikTok, like the big ones. But yeah, I'd say the connections is friends. We've had Ryan Burkus with marketing, so if we ever need that in the future with anything else, he's there for help. So.
Yeah,
I'd just say connections probably.
Just the people you meet too, and one other big thing we like to do is Instagram Live.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, we do that a lot, and some of them are kind of like pointless. I mean, today we were playing Chell on the Xbox, and we just set it up, and everyone was watching us play Chell.
Yeah.
But there'll be times where we sit down for like 45 minutes, an hour, and just like we'll do a Q&A, and everyone comes and goes. We'll have average like a little over 100 people on a live between start to end.
Mm-hmm. And it's mostly laid back too. It's just like we want to establish like we're our customer's friend too. Like
I mean, we're just like talking to them, and then another fun thing to do is have them go live with you. And then that's also another good thing is because when someone else goes live with you, it says that on their personal account that they started a live, so you get all their followers. I mean, there was one time we did it with Aspect, We went live with him for like a half hour, and then after we ended it, we had like 20, 30 followers.
Dang.
We didn't even know that happened too before that.
Yeah, like after I ended the live, it was like 30 followers. I was like, oh,
we're
wow.
like, where'd we just get 30 followers from?
Yeah, because
we pieced it together.
So that's another big thing. If you can find like a big company or a friend that has a ton of followers to go live with, you can just easily get those people seeing you right away.
Interesting. Yeah, because I haven't really heard of many people doing that, but I guess, that makes a lot of sense. You'd be able to kind of steal their followers in a way and go live with people.
Mm-hmm. And it's just fun to talk to people on live because otherwise you're just looking at yourself on the screen and it's not like Zoom or anything.
Yeah. Looking forward in the future, so what are some of the long-term goals you guys have for Basecamp?
Well, what I want is to scale it into something pretty big. It would be a dream to have something like as big as like Patagonia or something, but that's way like ahead of us. But right now I want just to, hopefully our goal is 100K on TikTok, 10K on Instagram, and just go from there.
Yeah, to setting moderate goals, meeting those goals, and then like along the way we just learn more things and we kind of like see what we want to do with it. And that just has gotten us to where we are at this point so far.
Yeah. And my dream is just to have like a nice, cool log cabin office or something like that.
Yeah.
Fits the vibe of Basecamp. Yeah.
Cabin in the mountains, Montana, on a lake.
Okay, so kind of building off of that, what are you guys' personal future goals? Because I know you guys are both going to be seniors in high school, planning on going to college. If so, what schools or what are your kind of plans after this next year?
I'm looking at St. Thomas for entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Or I'd go to the U at the Carlson School of Management for business. Those are my top two picks right now, what I'm looking at.
And then right now, I'm probably going to be taking a gap year, and I'm going to be working on my brand and then working with my brother with his production company. So
awesome.
But we'll keep working on Basecamp throughout college, and then we'll just honestly see what happens.
Cool.
It's a new day, and you just never know what's going to happen. So just keep pushing.
Definitely. So what can we expect to see from Basecamp within the next year?
Oh, that's hopefully a lot of new collections and a lot of new clothes.
A lot of new items.
We're getting our YouTube channel set up right now. We're going to be doing a lot of content. We love content, so vlogs, maybe a podcast like this. But what do you think?
That's basically a lot of vlogs, kind of, and not even just related to the brand, but like what we're doing. Just like we're not doing that because it's not like we're just sitting in his room for like every day, just 10 hours a day.
We like want to establish almost a relationship with like our followers and stuff.
Yeah, like we're out here to have fun, and this is just like one of the things that we're doing it with. So.
No, definitely. I'm trying to do the same thing right now. I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to make videos. They're not necessarily related to the brand, but it's kind of just making another funnel, another platform, so I can use that for advertising my brand and stuff.
Yeah. All right. The more exposure, the better.
Definitely. So you talked about that a little bit with your brother's production company. So are you guys doing anything else on the side right now? Do you work in like a part-time job? Or are you doing any other focuses besides the brand?
I do landscaping.
Okay.
Summer job, so that pays pretty good. And I use most of that money, put it back into the company. That's where kind of our bulk orders are coming from.
And then I'm doing freelance video and working with my brother as an intern in his production company right now. So
kind of, can we expect any in specific? Can any of the listeners get some sneak peeks or ideas on what's coming soon from Basecamp?
Well, definitely a 4th of July drop, 4th of July collection, American themed, of course. Also, we were looking at like going thrifting, getting like old vintage T-shirts, and then doing embroidery on them with some cool designs. But that's about it for the plans right now. And then we got some undisclosed things after that. So we'll keep the viewers in suspense.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of moving on to the last section. Where can everyone find you guys? What are your socials, personal socials? Give us all of that.
All right, basecampshop.com.
Basecampshop.com. Basecamp Co on Insta, and just Basecamp on TikTok. So go follow.
Basecamp on YouTube.
Basecamp everywhere.
Basecamp.
Basecamp anywhere.
And it's Basecamp. It's camp with a K. Remember that too.
Not forget the K.
Camp with the K.
All right. My main at Carson Cost.
Now you can shout out yours too.
Main at Brooks
Awesome. All right. So is there anything more you guys want to touch on before I kind of close it out?
Good.
I think we've covered everything.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the second podcast. I think they're slowly getting better and better. But yeah, if you guys like this, make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Luck Creators. Subscribe to us on YouTube at The Luck Creators Podcast. And then follow us wherever you listen to your podcast. Apple Music, we're on there now. or Apple Podcasts. I mean, Spotify and a bunch of other random small podcast websites. So you can listen to us there. Follow me on Instagram at Max Swenson. You can also look up my brand, Lineage Outerwear. But until next time, guys, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Peace.
I'm convinced who's the best. My grind is prevalent. Top 10, bitch, I'm number